Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming to today's program. To get started, we are going to be having John Greer and the Sons of the American Revolution are doing a presentation today, as well as telling a little bit about what they do. And this is part of the 50th year memorial commemoration of the end of the Vietnam War. So this is all kind of tied together a little bit, and like I said, he's going to talk about that. And I also want to thank this month's sponsors for the program. That's Howard Davis and Gary Oxley. Thank you very much. And the person that's being given a presentation today is Terry Thomas, who many of you might know already. And if you don't, you'll learn more about him today. And also we have an exhibit about him that's up right now. So make sure to take a look at that. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to John.
Color guard. Forward, march.
Color guard, attention. Salute.
Those that are able to rise, will you please rise? Color guard, close colors. Here, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard. Retire.
Recover.
Some of you are saying, who is that guy? Well, I was known as Johnny when I graduated from high school. I weighed 135 pounds when I graduated from high school. My dryer has been shrinking my clothes. And I found out now it was my refrigerator. These guys are all with the Sons of the American Revolution. We have 38,000 members nationwide. We have 3,300 members in Texas. We are in the process of getting the chapter that's named after Ambassador Fletcher Warren started again. And this is one of the things that we're doing. And mark this on your calendar. Sunday, May the 1st, we are going to do a grave marking at Mount Carmel Cemetery in Moore City for Fletcher Warren. So they have a chapel up there, so if the weather's inclement, there's a place that we can get to the chapel. So we're going to get this word out to all of the people that just for your information that we're going to have a nice ceremony. We have these guys with a colored guard uniform, that have muskets. We will have a musket firing. I want to talk to the police up there to let them know that we're going to be shooting guns and not the orders of somebody attacking them. We've got a couple of presentations we want to present to the Cop Museum here. Where is? Look at one there. Oh. What she's done.
On behalf of the Sons of the American Revolution and the Ambassador Fletcher Warren chapter, we'd like to present the Audie Murphy Cotton Museum with the flag certificate, flying the U.S. flag correctly and lighting it up at nighttime.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
retired. This is a certificate for having one of those.
Great, thank you very much.
How many of y'all have traced your family tree? How many of you ever opened up a pack of potato chips and eaten on one potato chip? It's addictive. To get into the Sons of the American Revolution, you have to prove that you had an ancestor that fought in the Revolutionary War or provided supplies or anything to do with us getting our liberty. We are starting this chapter again here in Greenville, and we're getting new members. If you're interested in the Sons of the American Revolution, we have people that can help you do your genealogy. If you start off and you've already done some of it, we have people here that are registrars with the chapters all over this part of the state, so they can help you with anything that you want to do. We've got a couple of things here that I'm really excited about. I'm going to turn the floor over to Lieutenant Colonel Ted Oates.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Stand here. I am Ted Oates. I'm the Hunt County Veteran Service Officer. And today it is a great honor for me to get to present two awards. The first is a Gold Star Award that my wife is going to accept on behalf of her friend, Sherry Reed, who unfortunately, Sherry died about 3 weeks ago. And John and I have been working on trying to get this award for her. Her husband, Terry Reed, was a lieutenant in the Air Force and got shot down in Vietnam in June 23rd of 1969. Sherry and my wife have been best friends. And I spoke at Sherry's funeral. I said they were twins born to separate parents. They've been that close through these years. And we went to college together, and that's where I met Ellen, thanks to Sherry, and then she met Terry, and so we were all friends through college, and they were in our wedding, each other's wedding, and I can tell you right now, when Ellen called me to tell me that Terry had been shot down, I can tell you where I was standing. I was standing in the hangar at MacDill Air Force Base looking out over the flight line when she called and to give me that news. And finally in 1999, we all went to Arlington and had the burial for Terry and the other members of his crew there. They didn't, Terry's remains were not found. On his obituary it says that he was identified. As far as I know, and I have the reports, Terry and the navigator on the flight were never identified. They never found any of their remains. But Sherry, being a young wife and not familiar with the military and all, she went on about her life, and there were not people like me and John Turner around to help her get the benefits that she should have been given at that time. So it is with great honor that I present this Gold Star on behalf of Sherry, and my wife is going to accept it, and at a later time we will present it to her daughter who lives in Colorado. The next honor I get is to present Chief Master Sergeant Terry Thomas with his Vietnam Pin. I met Terry, I don't know, 10 years ago or so at an Air Force banquet in commerce, and we've been friends ever since, not knowing that I'd be doing what I do, and he's assisted me a lot in the help with veterans. He retired from the Air Force in 1991, was in Vietnam in 68 and 69, and he was a crew member on what we call the Pedro, a little helicopter that they had a ball of foam that they carried beneath the helicopter, and they were the fire rescue people that, when we had an issue, had to come back with emergency, they were flying around to dump the foam on us if we need be. That was always the fear that we'd get hit with the foam. But he went on and got into a maintenance career field and retired from the Air Force in 1991. And I guess your PD systems, and now he is presently a member of the City Council and up for re-election for the council, and just a great guy. Also, his wife Vicki is with him today, so
Welcome, Tom.
or Thomas.
This is a very special commemorative lapel pin, that the only place that you can get this lapel pin is from a commemorative partner, of which the Sons of the American Revolution are commemorative partners. This is considered an event at the national commemoration up in Washington, D.C. It's printed out, so I can present these pins. If you look at the pin, and you'll see the eagle. The eagle represents courage, honor, and dedicated service to our nation. It's one of the most recognizable and notable American symbols that is emblazoned with distinction and numerous military insignia. The blue circle matches the canton of the American flag. The circle shape in blue color also matches the official seal of the commemoration. The laurel wreath is a time-honored symbol representing victory, integrity, and strength. The stripes behind the eagle represent the American flag. The stars represent the 6 allies who served, sacrificed, and fought alongside one another: Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, the Republic of Korea, Thailand, and the United States. If you turn it over on the back, it says, "A grateful nation thanks and honors you." That's the reason I get your wife to do that. Penny on that side is the side that's nearest to your heart. There's two things that we say to you. Thank you for your service. And the other thing is welcome home. We got involved with this commemoration several years ago. In 2012, President Obama issued a proclamation that for the next 13 years we would honor veterans. Now, any veteran that served from November 1st, 1955 to May 15th, 1975, no matter where you serve or what branch of service you are in, you are eligible for one Vietnam commemorative pin. Are any of you that don't have that pin here that can receive one? Okay. There's a little bit back there. Now, in 2017, President Trump issued a proclamation that March the 29th would be known as Vietnam Veterans Day. So you're gonna start seeing more and more information about that over there, because it was not really publicized that much. But I'm going to the High Cosper state-run veterans home in Holland, and we're going to be presenting events. So, I'll grab the pen, these are the guys that don't have a pen. Stand there. One, two, three, four.
Yep.
Here we go. We got 5, okay.
Why don't you have them face this way?
Yeah. We're gonna make them
Everybody
face you
this
folks.
way.
Not airborne.
Okay, I'm ready. Gentlemen, line up right here, please. Thank you very much for your service. John, feel welcome you all home. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. All of you young guys. I was 19, I'm still 19. My body just tell me that. Yours, John.
We did this at the DAR house at State Fair. And NBC came out and filmed the presentation of us doing this. We presented 461 veterans of Vietnam pin. And we don't have them pinned anymore. We actually pin it on them. That's the thing that we do. This is the certificate that I got for Sherry from the Department of Defense, signed by the Secretary of Defense. I got an email the other day. Did it scare you if you got an email from the Pentagon? Well, I got an email from the Pentagon, and I was happy to get it because it said your items are on the way. And so I was able to get these, and we're getting all the Jericho dead oats. And we appreciate y'all coming. Yes. We appreciate everyone coming, and if y'all want to talk to us about the SAR, we're here to talk to you about it. Thanks, folks. John?
Yes, sir.
Did you have something to say?
Yes, sir. If you don't mind. I'm talking. If you don't mind me taking just a minute
No.
before I trip over everything. My name is John Turner.
I'm a 20-year honorably discharged veteran from the Navy. I'm the commander of the, oh, shut up. I'm the commander of the Disabled American Veterans Chapter here in Greenville. We have a little building out on Church Street. I also help file veterans and their families' claims. I do pretty much the same thing that Mr. Ted Oates does. We help veterans as much as we possibly can. So if you or you know of a veteran that needs help filing a claim or any type of stuff like that, please get in touch with either one of us, because we're there to help. And I hear so many times that I should have done this years ago. You know, I'm still filing claims for World War II veterans and Korean veterans. It's crazy. We need to get these guys and gals in. And I mean, I'm talking about men and women of even sexual harassment and abuse, okay? I have helped several on both sides with that as well. So if you know of anyone, please have them contact either Ted or myself. We need to help these veterans, male or female. Just please get them into us, okay? That's all I want to ask you. Thank you very much.
Do you mind? You know, I think today is wonderful. Thank you so much, Colonel Oates. You know, today should be a reflection on 58,000 American troops that died. 16,000 we never found. Like Ted had said, I went out on some things like that where we went looking for people, never found them. And I wore this orange vest, one of Vicky's gifts to me. But I wore this on for a reason. Think of the thousands and thousands of people affected by Agent Orange. How many have died? We don't know until it's come to light several years ago, but probably well overcomes the number of people that were actually killed in action. So this should be a day of reflection on those three things. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for the other Vietnam vets and veterans. Thank you.
That's all, folks.
That's the way.